People. Kepasa Sakpa say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Now, people, do you ever wonder why it is that when there's any sorts of incident in which young men lose their life, the reports from the po is polar different from the reports of some of the residents and even the parents, meaning mother, father, or grandmother. In this case, I am speaking about the mother and grandmother of one of three persons that lost their life met their demise in a place called Hague district, that is in Trelawney. Saturday at about 2 a.m., military team, meaning JCF, JDF, went to a illegal party. When them running, based on their report, some people start blaze up some can after them. They went specifically, it was a targeted operation based on some people that they said, alleged, are gang member. After the smoke clear, 3 people out. Them find 3 toll. Them take off toll off of people who try run over toll drop. Me no know the specifics based on the po reports. One of those person, a young youth that lost his life, his name is Oshane, surgeon. When Oshane lost his life, his mother said that, listen, me no know him as any sort of crime producer. Me no know him as any sort of bad boy. I know that he is a soft-spoken, manageable person. The granny also echoed the sentiment. The granny said, me no know my grandson, me no know Oshane for involved in a nothing, so me no know what the po talk about. Pretty much you get the gist. However, after the incident, the po made a report and they said, yes, there is a gang problem and these persons are officially known gang members. So therefore, they were a part of the target of the targeted operation. Some of them run, some jump fence, some jump on them in them car, some jump on them yang and them take with themselves, because you know so the place dark. However, 3 of those were unfortunate people. Was there any sorts of misfortune of any of these 3 people wherein innocent people lost their life? Now, people, I know that we are waging a war against crime. And then in war, there's what we call casualty. That means innocent people are going to be deading. However, when the po and specifically the security minister, national security minister, Dr. Horace Chang says without a shadow of a doubt, yes, them 3 man are gangster, and then the mother and the granny say they are not gangsters. They don't know of them to be any sorts of gangster. People may kind of touched upon this yesterday. However, I am going to elaborate. A lot of times, it is easy to know if your son is involved in any sorts of criminal activity. It is simple. Your son go to work. You know an establishment in which your son or your family member works, where you can say, yeah, him work at Sagicor or him work at NCB. Him get a paycheck. Me know say him work here, so if me call between 9 and 5, me I go get him, unless it's his day off. However, a lot of times these people see the boy them a come home with all sorts of money, all sorts of this, all sorts of that, and they never once question where you get this from, where you get the new Clarks your daddy, where you get the Mark 10 from, where you get the Benz from. where you get so much gold chain, where you get all sorts of designer clothes, and where you get money for a pop champagne in the club, where you get money for gimme, for buy all sorts of steak and lobster and scrimps. No, them now ask them question because they are beneficiary to whatever crime their child is doing. So everything is A-OK. However, as soon as the POW strike or CTAC strike or special operation, JCF military operation, JCF and JDF strike, you hear say the boy did good. You hear say him never harm a fly. You hear say him that plan to go UE. He want to be a doctor. Him want to be this, him want to be that. However, he was not trying to be SHIT other than SHIT pan Jamaica, other than being a criminal. However, when him get stopped in him act, you hear say him innocent is a good boy. People, I am not going to sit here and act as if I do not know that sometimes the POW go on operation. I am not going to say that they go with the intention to take away innocent people. However, sometimes innocent people get taken out. It is disturbing. It is not supposed to happen. However, we are human, and to be human is to make error. Sometimes those errors leads to people losing their life. Sometimes it is recklessness. Sometimes it is negligence. Sometimes them just kind of too trigger happy. However, people, you have to also understand, when you live and work in adverse situation, sometimes you are frustrated. Sometimes you are emotionally stressed out, and that leads to problem, leads to mistake. Not justifying it, but me just say. People, a lot of times, these youths, based on conversation that I've had with top POW, them get one chance, them get two chance. Police run them down, catch them with this, catch them with that. Tell them, say, listen, don't make it happen again. So therefore, it is not as if whenever these POW go for these people, them not know, say, listen, them name a call up, them name a ring up like bell. Them face they out there. They are associated with any and everything that goes down in the parish. So therefore the POW no. So even if when them go for you, you not do nothing. You know the confession or talk to the deacon or the preacher or the pastor. By then it is too late. It was already written like the 10 Commandments. You chalk out and mark out. Mark for DEATH. So people, moral of the story is this. Mothers, fathers, granny, warn your little boy them while them have a chance. Say, listen, right now the odds don't look good. See Taka shake up the dice them and everything a roll upon 6. 666. 6'6". You lose your 3 point times 2. Remember, all of you guys that keep up FUCKRY in a Jamaica, a 2 place on a destined for the big yard or the graveyard. No going around that unless there is some sort of divine intervention, an act of God, or unless you decide to change and get out before them get you out. Point blank and period. Now people, this is why when it comes to politics, politricks, from you hear that name, you know that it is SHIT. And I am speaking about an incident that occurred in a place called Clifton, that is in St. Catherine, where the other day in the news we see the POW, the soldier and government officials, they went by there and they bulldozed the place. Based on what the officials and Mr. Andrew Holness was saying, the place was captured by all sorts of gunmen, and gunmen were leasing and selling land that belongs to the government. However, people, it seems as if that was just a Sykes. The other day they went by there and them flat out some people's house, them dig up the foundation. However, it seems as if the court put out some sort of seize order. And then your Prime Minister Andrew Holness found himself down there. He was hugging, he was cheering with the same people in which he violated. Now people, whenever persons are fighting for land or property that they don't own, it is pretty much iffy. It is what you believe in the rules and laws and regulation of Jamaica. So pretty much it is not a good defense for anybody if you don't have a title, if you was not will on that property. So therefore it is going to be conflicting, it is going to be contradictory. So anyways, it seems as if Andrew Holness and the government has a change of heart, because when them see the backlash that they were getting, and then most importantly, when these politicians remember say, rotted, we are going to need them people for vote in our future election, so therefore we can stay in power and get to handle the affairs, financial affairs, and squander people money, thief the people their money. Them say, we cannot be penny wise and pound foolish. We have to look at the bigger picture. So therefore they have a change of heart. Now remember, this is the same government that said that he heard that our criminals around the place. The government is not getting any sorts of money for the sale or lease of this property. However, now he have a change of heart. So pretty much what the Prime Minister is now saying is that he has a master plan all of a sudden. He is going to develop or build 15,000 houses. And these houses will not be for the rich man, not the Matalan or the Issa. It is going to be for the poor, the average or typical voter. People, you see exactly where this is going. However, these houses and sales will be monetized by the government. You can get a mortgage for $6.5 million, just like a next place that is close by that place. Don't remember that place at this time. However, people, when we think about the fact, $6 million can the average Jamaican buy a house, lease a house, have a mortgage on a house at that price? How are they going to afford it? And even better question, how many of these poor people have the financial paperwork, the ability, the know-how to get a mortgage and would qualify for a mortgage even at $6.5 million, which is a whole bunch of money for the average typical broke Jamaican? People, do you understand the paperwork that you have to go through, the hoops that you have to jump through, the yellow tape and red tape that you have to go through just to get a bank account, just to get a loan? They want to see the whole of your intestines. They want to see your history. They want to know everything about you for a little minimal loan. So what is going to happen when the average person, some of who cannot read, some of who have very little education, apply for these mortgages? What do you think is going to happen? So people, me just say, watch the politics, watch most importantly the politics, because it is a scam, it is a scheme like everything else with that name. And people, whenever I speak about politics, I know that persons get in their feelings. So therefore, this is my disclaimer. This is not isolated to the JLP and Andrew Holness. This also applies to the PNP. Two party, but both of them are playing the same sad song. So therefore, it is like having a choice between a HORE from Backroad or a stripper at Taboo and taking her to be a wife, especially when you know that she has lesbianic tendencies. People, you will get the point. Now people, thanks once again for checking out my video. I appreciate that you watch my video. If you like videos that are on topic, no sorts of gimmicks, no sorts of beating around the bush, show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And people, most importantly, persons are going to hate you when they realize that their ability, their ceiling is in the cellar in the depths of hell. When they are compared to you, your ceiling is in the stratosphere. They are going to make up all sorts of rumors and propaganda because people, the only way that they can be up is if they try to bring you down. Point blank and period.